and welcome back to my show. My name is Erica and we are cooking in my small kitchen again. I'm very excited about today's episode because it's filled with cheese and meats and more cheese. We are going to be making double meat, cheesy, mushroom lasagna rolls. So what we're going to start off first with is very important. This is the most important step in this whole process. Okay, now we can start. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't like mushrooms. I can eat them when they're like in stuff and really mashed up in stuff, but I refuse to eat this, to just straight up eat this. That is gross. I don't know how people do it. They are really cute. I can admit that much. I'm gonna dice them up into little itty bitty pieces and pretend that they're not in there. So I just have my skillet over here. I'm going to turn it on to like a medium high there. And we're going to saute these mushrooms and get them started. I do want to give them that nice toasty flavor and get them started at least. So unlike my other dishes that I've made thus far, this is going to make you a lot. So we have our mushrooms on the stovetop, and just so everybody's clear, the kind that I'm using are baby Bella mushrooms. And then we're going to use half of a large onion. I'm just going to do a medium dice on half of this onion here. So we are just going to put this in a separate bowl. So I have my onion medium diced, and I'm going to put this aside, and then we're going to start on our meats. I'm doing a pound of ground turkey, and I'm going to put it right into the pan that I have my mushrooms in. And I'm going to note while I'm doing this, I do have a burner going on in the back with some water starting to boil for my lasagna noodles. And then to my turkey, I'm going to do a little bit of hot Italian sausage. I'm going to do a half pound of that in there. So I'm just cooking the meat up with the mushrooms on a medium high again. And I'm just gonna cook that right up. Make sure the meat pieces are nice and small, so again it fits in our little rolls. Otherwise you have this like weird lumpy roll like you were trying to like hide a body in a carpet or something. Not saying this from experience. And also I might note, at this point I do have my oven preheating at 350 degrees. I'm going to add a little bit of seasonings to it. Some garlic powder. I want to say I put about a teaspoon in there. Italian seasoning, and sprinkle about a teaspoon of that onto there. Like a teaspoon and a half, let's say that. And a few cracks of black pepper right on top there. And a pinch of salt. And we're going to mix that all nicely in there. I'm already drooling, guys. It smells so good. If I start sweating though, it's a little bit hot in this kitchen. So while we have that meat cooking and getting all toasted, we're gonna start on my favorite part of the dish, the cheese. What we're gonna do for this is we're gonna take some mozzarella shredded cheese, and we're gonna put about a cup and a half in a bowl here. To be honest, guys, I have no idea if I'm going to have the correct amount of filling for the amount of noodles I bought. Just mix this all up in here. It's so hot in here. I feel like a sinner in church. So we got our shredded mozzarella inside of the bowl. And now we're going to do some ricotta. If you cannot find ricotta, you could probably just substitute it with cottage cheese. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It's a little bit more watery. So I'm just going to scoop this all into there. I did about half of a 15-ounce container. So our meat is done here. So I'm just going to turn that off and let it cool down a little bit because we're going to be rolling these with our fingers. If we try to roll it right now, our fingers are probably going to look like that. And because me and my boyfriend love garlic, it's actually pretty healthy for you, I think. It has a lot of like antibiotic properties to it, at least like anti-vampire properties. So I'm going to put 2 heaping teaspoons into my cheese mix, and it's going to be so good. And at this point my water is boiling, so I'm going to put my pasta in there and boil it so it's not a piece of cardboard. So I have a 16-ounce or 1 pound package of lasagna noodles, and I'm just going to put that right into my water and boil them until they're sufficiently soft. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
Thank you, Alexa. While we have those boiling, we're just going to mix our cheese mixture. Can I just eat this how it is? Can I do that? Will people judge me? I won't judge me. If I saw me doing that, I wouldn't judge me. I'm just mixing all that cheese together. To keep our cheese firmly in its place, I'm going to add 2 eggs up in there. Because ricotta doesn't really melt that well, and it's not like that kind of sticky cheese that stays in place. So you want to make sure it stays on our lasagna noodles. I'm mixing this till it's just a sloppy mess. So I want to be honest with you guys. I wasn't originally planning on making lasagna rolls. My original idea was stuffed pasta, like the big shell things, but our grocery store was out of those stuffed shells. So last minute I had to change plans. I had everything else in my cart, and I decided to make lobster rolls. Well, I have never done that before, and I forgot to buy little toothpicks to keep them together. But luckily I had skewers left over. For some reason they like to sell you these skewers in like packs of 1,000. So we're gonna turn these into our toothpicks. This is a professional video. These are like toothpicks, alright? Just come on. Yeah, something like that. Because I like making my life a little bit easy and hard at the same time, I'm gonna use pre-made pasta sauce for this. You can do any flavor that you want. I am using roasted garlic, so, just so you guys don't see that I'm putting this all on the floor, I have my dish right here. There's a little table underneath that you can't really see it. So I'm going to put a little layer on my pan, just like so, so the bottom of my pasta can get some sauce action. I'm just going to move this around and cover the bottom of it. Now I'm going to put about half of it in our meat mixture. So we're just going to mix that all up in there. Alright, so I have my pasta noodles over here, and to help the cheese and everything stick to it, I'm just wiping it off with a little paper towel there. Because if it's wet, it's going to slide around and not do what you want it to, and it's going to be a sloppy mess. So I'm taking a scoop of our cheese mixture, and I'm just spreading that all up on that pasta noodle. So I did a nice thin layer of that. I'm going to take some onion. I'm going to sprinkle that all up on there too. In theory, this should all work out, right? I'm just going to take some of my meat, and I'm just going to put that all up in there as well. A nice even layer there. Just going to take this end over here, and I'm just going to roll it up there. It's doing It's kind of squishing out everywhere, but you know, it's basically doing it. Before that all falls apart like my life, I'm gonna stick that down in there. Look at that. I mean, I'd show you guys closer, but I'm afraid to move with this. So I'm just gonna put this in my pan with the open flabby side down so it stays together. At least that's what I'm hoping. 1 down, 20 to go. So this is what I have so far. I ended up having about 3 or 4 sheets of lasagna noodles left over. That's okay, you don't have to use all of them. That was close enough, right? I did about 15 rolls. So now I'm going to take my pasta sauce and just kind of put that over the top of these guys. Just cover them. And if you want, you can take a spoon and kind of smooth it over so you don't have any exposed pasta. And we're going to take the rest of our mozzarella cheese. Yes, more cheese. And we're going to sprinkle it all up on the top of here. And then we're going to stick this in our oven that was preheated to 350 degrees for 30 minutes, or just until all the sauce is nice and bubbly and the cheese is nice and cheesy and melty and gooey and yum yum. Oh, it looks so good already. I love lasagna. I'm like Garfield. This is getting me so excited. And now we wait. I'm sweating off my eyelashes right now. It's ready. It looks like a lasagna birthday cake. It's like my birthday, but it isn't. Okay, well, I gotta say that making regular lasagna would have been a whole lot easier. Rolling these took a good 15 to 20 minutes and it was so messy. So I'm gonna dig into these. But first, cheers. So I'm getting a little bit of that spicy from the hot Italian sausage. And I have a little bit of a flavor of the mushrooms without it being too overwhelming for me. Did you see that cheese action? Oh my god. Oh, it's a good lasagna roll. I can eat this whole thing by myself, but I'm gonna share it. I hope you guys enjoyed another one of my kind of chaotic videos. And I hope you guys join me next time and join me in cooking in my small kitchen. And if the pasta shells you want aren't in the grocery store at the moment, do a little bit of a mix-up. Try something else. Enjoy, yum yum.
Hello everyone! Thank you for watching this episode of Erica's Small Kitchen. This is officially the last of the set of videos that I recorded before releasing my first episode and collecting all of your guys' extremely helpful feedback. From here on out, it'll be smooth sailing. Well, as smooth as my cooking can be. I want to give a quick shout out to Minerva Jail. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you all for your continued support, and I hope to see you next time on Erica's Small Kitchen.